It's May 30th. It's Dave and Jay's Powerbomb, and we just watched Double or Nothing. This is the only show where I only get paid just barely enough to speak at the beginning. Take it away, Don.
No one gets paid for this. Yeah, big pay-per-view. Before the pay-per-view, we had the pre-show, the buy-in match, big-time NWA Women's World Championship match. Riho going up against champion Serena Deeb.
The NWA powerhouse, Serena Deeb. It's no match for best belt machine like J Omega here.
Well, some people say that Riho is Kenny Omega's not girlfriend, but they went back and forth. I don't know, like big time return for Riho. Seems like she could win this NWA Women's World Championship match, but Serena Deeb, she's got a little bit of an aggressive side to her. I don't know, she's got a little fire.
It's almost like she's turning heel.
Yeah, or maybe she was already and we just didn't notice until now. But she locks in that Serenity Lock after hammering that knee on the canvas multiple times. And tiny little 86-pound Riho had no choice but to tap out. Still champion Serena Deeb.
NWA champ. Always going to be the NWA champ.
Oh, I
Serena
hope
Deeb.
not. Okay. So now we're on to the pay-per-view. First match of Double or Nothing. We have Brian Cage, and he's going up against Hangman Adam Page. And Team Taz guy was doing some commentary for the match.
You know what, Don? That Brian Cage guy is pretty good. Do you think maybe we could bring him over to our team?
I don't know, Jey Omega. We'll see. Well, it depends how our match goes tonight at the pay-per-view. You're defending the title tonight. All right. So Ricky and Hook get involved. And Brian Cage was like, I want to do it on my own. And then they're going back and forth. It's a great match. But yeah, that scumbag Hook Taz and Ricky Starks got involved. And that distracts Brian Cage enough for Hangman Adam Page to hit the buckshot lariat. And he gets the pin, and Hook Taz is definitely to blame.
That kid should be aborted yesterday.
Heard it from Jay, folks. And yeah, so a post-match argument ensues. I think it's clear at this point Brian Cage is going to bail on Team Taz. Team Taz is going to get their feelings hurt about it, and Brian Cage is going to have to beat the shit out of every member of Team Taz.
You better get him for us, Don.
All right. And this leads into the big AEW World Tag Team Championship match. Scumbaggers for life. Jon Moxley and Eddie Kingston going up against the Young Bucks with Don Callis. Don Callis doing colored commentary. It's good to hear from a great guy like him. And basically these guys are feuding over sneakers.
So lame. This is why I am the wrestling god, not the Young Bucks. Like, why would you go over, fight over shoes? Like, look at this blazer. This is something worth fighting for.
Oh, man. All right. Well, is the AEW Tag Team Championships worth dying for? So it was a fast start. Eddie Kingston and Moxley cheated before the bell. Cutler gets involved. The bell finally rings and the match starts. There's a hot tag to Matt Jackson. He's hamming it up for all it's worth. Great to see. And then Carl Anderson's seen enough, and he comes down to help. But then Hank Kazarian comes down to stop Carl.
Well, I guess when you're without a team, you just have to have something to do, right, Hank?
I guess. He doesn't have a team no more. He's a man without a country.
Don't recruit him.
No, we won't. All right, so then Moxley gets a little cold spray action to the face there. And
cool it down, former champ.
Then he gets dinged with the can, causing him to be busted open. Great blade work, Moxley. Always on point with that. And then they hit the Meltzer driver onto the ramp. So Buddy springboards from inside the ring to the outside ring. Tombstone pile driver onto the ramp onto Moxley. Then they get in there and they mock the Shield, put their fists in there. And then they do the Roman Reigns from other company, hoo-ah! And they put the beats to the boys. And but then Moxley and Kingston get a gasp of second wind energy and hit the Doomsday device with the shoe off the shoulders there. But then there's just too crazy of a super kick party. You know, we're probably 25 minutes into this match now. Moxley and Kingston just don't have the cardiovascular capabilities to keep up. They can't go past like 15 minutes. I don't think Moxley's ever wrestled a match longer than 25 minutes in his life. So they can't withstand the super kick party. And then they got Moxley for the BTE trigger, and they do it not once, not twice, not thrice, 4 times. And that is enough.
Which is more legitimate than some horseman group.
Yeah, more on that later. And that's enough to put Moxley away. Matt Jackson gets the pin on Jon Moxley, sending a message, big time win. And Moxley and Kingston just can't compete at the level that the AEW Tag Team Division is at. And they were exposed tonight, and that's going to keep happening until their contracts expire.
Nice try, boys, but at least you have that fanboy Jay Powerbomb rooting for you. That guy's pathetic.
Okay, and this leads into our Casino Battle Royal. We got Big Show Paul White doing the commentary, and Christian Cage favored to win it. He's the number 1 entrant, followed by, they're in groups released every 3 minutes. So the first group's Christian, Matt Sydal, Powerhouse Hobbs, Dustin Rhodes, and Max Caster, who does a crazy freestyle during the entrance coming down to the ring. Some good rapping.
Better know. Just knows better that even if he dreams about doing that, he better wake up and apologize and kiss my shoes.
Why is he gonna apologize to you?
Because I'm Jey Omega.
What did he do to you?
He dreamed and just thought about it.
Oh, jeez. Okay. So, Caster's out early anyway. Then another 3 minutes go by, and they release another group of guys. Matt Hardy, number 10, Nick Camarado, and Serpentico. And he's manhandled by Luther going into the ring. And something happens where Nick Camarado gets eliminated, but then on his way out, he nails Dustin in the head of a cowbell. And it's not good for Dustin. Another 3 minutes go by, more entrants. We got the Varsity Blondes, both of them, Colt Cabana, Anthony Bowens, the second acclaimed guy, and Penta El Zero Miedo. And he's a favorite of Big Show, as he said. And then so 3 more minutes go by, and then Jungle Boy, Mark Quinn, Aaron Solo, Evil Uno, and Lee Jobson come in. And then we got this mystery entrant, the Joker card, if you will. And after 3 minutes is Leo Rush. He's this guy from other company, used to make a lot of noise out over there, broke a lot of rules, then went over to New Japan, like a lot of the greats do, found himself. Now he's back on American soil, looking to do things right in AEW.
I don't know why you keep bringing these jokers over. Don't they know that nobody can compete with me, Jey Omega?
Well, you came from Japan too.
I know. It just made me a better, more powerful thing.
Okay. Well, then it seems like the final 3 are Christian, Matt Hardy, and Jungle Boy. Matt Hardy and Christian, it seems like they're going to work together to get rid of Jungle Boy, but Christian outsmarts Matt Hardy and just throws him over the top rope while his back's turned. Good wrestling, veteran move. And then, pardon me. So we got the final 2, Christian and Jungle Boy, and they're going back and forth. But at the end of the day, it's a huge upset, man. Jungle Boy wins.
The fans got what they wanted.
This fan didn't get what he wanted.
Nobody cares about you, Don.
Oh, jeez. Alright, so then after the match, Christian's like really pissed off, but not really. Big time show of respect. Christian just happy to be there. Alright, so then we have our next match. Nationalism gone horribly wrong. We got Anthony Ogogo versus Cody Rhodes. He's got QT with him. Cody Rhodes got Arn with him. They march out to war veterans, and it's patriotism on fire here. And it's just, I don't know how to get to this level.
They're actually promoting a bill to get veterans, disability help dogs. And
shouldn't they have that already? Shouldn't they be helping their war veterans already? Holy shit, what a country, eh? Alright, so then we got, Go-Go hits that gut punch, bolo punch early. Arn chases QT out of there with a chair. Then Ogogo is busted open. Cody locks that figure 4 in for a bit. And then Ogogo hits that punch again for a near fall. It's like not really a good match. Cody's doing what he can. This Ogogo guy is wrestling, not boxing. You gotta do more than just throw punches. So then Cody hit goes in and hits this vertebraker move. We'll have a picture of it in the highlights there. And doesn't go for the crossroads. Goes for the pin. 1, 2. This feud's put to rest. 3.
What a waste of my time.
What a waste
Why
of
do you
everyone's
keep bringing
time.
me to these things, Don? Don't you know I have much more better things to do? Like I could be at home playing video games.
In Winnipeg?
Or doing my nails. Or laughing at the Leafs.
Yeah. Laughing at the Leafs. Yeah, well, okay. Alright, so this leads into our next match for the TNT Championship. We got Murderhawk Lance Archer, and he's not out there, Jake, because Jake Roberts was injured days ago at some fan fest or something. Miro got a sneaky shot in. And they're going up against Miro, who is our TNT champion. And it's a fast start by Archer because he's got to avenge his friend's beating. Miro goes through a table outside, but then he suplexes Lance Archer into the crowd, which was pretty crazy. Then Jake comes out and tries to help, but Miro's in control. What happens?
He grabbed Jake's bag of oranges and threw them.
So, yeah, it wasn't oranges. I had a snake in there. I didn't see no snake. It was an orange. All right, so then Archer saves it, Roberts with the choke slam. And then, but as he's getting into the ring, Miro kicks that middle rope, causing a low blow to happen to the junk of Murderhawk. And then that enables Miro to hit that Boston Crab. And Murderhawk, he's spent, man. He passes out. You can't tap out. He passes out. Miro wins, defends the championship. Our prediction was right on the money. Okay. So, you got any thoughts on that?
No, I'm just wondering because I have a photo shoot and like model shoot I have to do. So can we kind of go get along with this, Don?
Show takes as long as it takes, Jay. All right, next match, a favorite of ours, the AEW Women's World Championship match. We got Dr. Britt Baker with Reba, not Rebel, going up against Hikaru Shida, the current champion. She's had it for like 383 days now or something. So they're going back and forth. It's a great match. One of those matches just too fast to call. But then Sheida has got Britt locked in that stretch muffler. And but Rebel's able to distract the ref to get the stretch muffler broken up. And then Reba's trying to help, but this leads into an accidental crutch shot to Britt by Reba. Like, holy shit. That could be over right there. Bye-bye title shot. But Reba's able to distract again. And then Britt hits the curb stomp on the title to Shida's face for a near fall. But then the lockjaw. And they're rolling each other up and countering each other. But then Britt hits that lockjaw again. And Shida, can she make the ropes? What's going on?
Can't believe I'm doing this touching you with somebody lower than you, but she had to go
Tap, 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 tap. Tappy, tap, tap, tap.
Can somebody get me some hand sanitizer?
There's no one here but us, Jay. All right. So then, big new champion, Britt Baker. I mean, maybe we'll do the thumbnail, but then she'll just take it down. But then there's a big post-match hug from her best friend, Tony Schiavone, to celebrate the biggest win of Dr. Britt Baker's career. Is Reba in trouble next week, though? I think she's in trouble on Friday Night Dynamite next week, not Wednesday Night Dynamite.
Not as much trouble as Team Taz.
Uh-oh. Okay, well, we'll leave them out of this for now. This leads into a big match. We got tag team match, Ethan Page and Scorpio Sky going up against Sting and his young boyfriend, Darby Allin.
I really admire those two guys. Like, sure, Sting, legend, and Darby, I'm like, oh, I got hit my head once and got a dent in there. But, geez, man, the other team, just superior.
Yeah, they're good guys. A fast start. Sting's on fire, like he got on Percocet or something, man. Like, he gets power bombed on the ramp and then just gets back up and jumps on those two guys from the ramp. And then the match starts. Ethan Page has Darby up for a gorilla press, runs, and tosses Darby into the crowd. from Gorilla Press inside the ring.
That was
pretty
crazy
nuts.
impressive.
It was nuts, man.
That was nuts.
And then Darby is dead. And then there's a hot tag to Sting. Sting nails a code red on one of those guys.
That was really impressive because it looked like he did not have much room for it, but he pulled that within like a tight rotation with only leaving a foot off the ground the entire time. That was nuts.
Yes, special powers. And then he hits the Scorpion Deathlock, but then Scorpio Sky hits the heel hook on the other guy, and the two guys taking the moves are like gouging each other's eyes and stuff. No one knows what a legal man is. But then through all the chaos, Sting is able to hit that Scorpion Death Drop, reverse DDT onto one of those guys. 1, 2, Sting gets to win. First non-cinematic match in like 6 years.
Those other boys, Scorpio Page or Scorpion's Ego, whatever you want to call them, like great attitude, know how to become winners, and they should have won this match.
Yeah, but you know, it's Sting, right? He's a legend. And JR's not looking so good between matches. Like, he looks like he might die or something.
I don't know, maybe his jacket's really hot and made out of really heavy cotton like mine is, because I'm sweating balls off here.
Hey, no one, you chose to dress yourself, Jay. Alright, so then we got our big AEW World Championship 3-way match. We got Pac versus Orange Cassidy versus Kenny Omega, our current AEW World Champion. Okay, Don Callis is doing the commentary. That's great to see. Kenny's covered in gold from head to toe. He's got like 4 titles on him. Well, you got the AEW Championship, the Mexican AAA Championship. I think there's like 2 Impact Championships. It's confusing. But yeah, he's got a lot of gold. And the action's just way too fast to call here, guys. Like, we'll have pictures up there, but they were just going for it.
They were just going for it, but basically there were no match against me no matter what they do. They could have worked together, they could have not worked together. It doesn't matter. The wrestling god here, like, you can work together, not work together. You're just going to become failures. You cannot defeat the best belt machine. Do I get paid for these extra words I keep saying?
We haven't got monetized yet. Alright, so then, yeah, they're just, lots of stuff happening. Someone hits, Pac hits a 450 splash to break up a pin. Those 2 other guys are almost pinning each other. And then Pac hits that Black Arrow, twisting shooting star corkscrew press thing for a near fall. Orange Cassidy knocks off 2 orange punches, and he's got it. It's like 1, 2. Is it new champion? Don has to get up out of the commentary. He's getting too crazy. Drags the ref out of the ring. It's a no DQ match, remember, guys, the triple threat rules. And so he saved the title right there, saved professional wrestling. And then the crowd starts chanting the "fuck you, Don" chants. They had to do the audio and kind of pepper it out there a bit, but me and Jay heard it. And then Pac is able to hit that brutalizer submission move on Orange Cassidy. But then he won't let go. Kenny's like hitting him, he won't let go. And then Kenny has to knock out the referee, right?
Double axe handle, fairness.
That's what you gotta do. I can't turn my page. Alright. So then Kenny has the belt, and he nails Pac in the head of the title. But then he doesn't stop there. He hits him in the head with the Mexican AAA title, and then the Impact title, and then finally Big Platinum herself, the AEW title. And then Orange Punch, though, gets in there, hits the Orange Punch on Omega, and then he goes for a tight roll-up. Omega reverses the roll-up, and the business is saved yet again. Good guys won. Omega is still our AEW World Champion.
That Orange Cassidy was really kind of wily and an underdog throughout that entire match.
Did you really see a title on Orange Cassidy, though?
We almost did. I almost lost that. That was really close. But with superior strategy and experience,
it's okay, buddy. You had a tough
I was
night.
able to retain the title.
Had a rough one. All right. So then Omega retains the championship. Next pay-per-view coming up, Saturday, November 6th, Full Gear in St. Louis. JR is excited about chicken wings over there. I think he said something stupid like that. Also, new AEW show. We're not getting a 3rd hour on Dynamite. They're just like, we're doing a new show. So second show, it's on TNT. It's not one of these YouTube shows. It's called Rampage. AEW Rampage, August 13th, 10 p.m. It's a Friday show on TNT Network. Mark Henry, from other company guy, he is the new commentator over there. And it's good that we got Mark Henry over there.
Not only that, you get AEW on your Monday night, you get AEW on Tuesday night, you get AEW on Wednesday night, and you get AEW on Friday night.
Oh boy, that's a lot of wrestling. Holy. Alright, and this leads into our main event for tonight. The much anticipated Stadium Stampede match. The Pinnacle versus the Inner Circle. And what did you think of that entrance of the Inner Circle there, Jay?
It was done safely. They repelled, well, they did not actually repel, they were actually lowered by some cool crane because of previous accidents at other company.
Yeah, which we won't talk about.
Very cool.
Yeah, it was cool. And they were dressed up, they were like some biker club, man, like those Sons of Anarchy scumbags. So MJF's scared. He runs into the limo. Then the rest of the Pinnacle guys arrive in that shitty FTR pickup truck. Jericho starts chasing MJF through the arena. Then coffee gets thrown in the eyes of Jericho. Then Jericho does a megaphone to MJF. And then there's a football attack and then a laptop attack because the Jacksonville Jaguars coach and one of the players are in there. And Jericho's like, have a good season, boys. Continues to beat down MJF. Then we cut to Wardlow and Hagar. And they're in the walk-in freezer. They each grab icicles. They're going to stab each other with icicles. Gets pretty insane.
It's quite the die-hard Bruce Willis moment.
Mm-hmm. And then we go to Sammy and Sean Spears, who have quite the rivalry going on now. They go into some room, and they're doing like some crazy chair fight. And then Sammy turns into a parkour ninja. But then Sean Spears has to handcuff Sammy. But there's some bolt cutters nearby.
Yeah, what was the weird ambient light in the chair room there?
Sean Spears is a weirdo. He's probably whacking off in there or something. This is whacking shed.
I don't know. Maybe he was just kind of like...
Can you imagine what it smelled like in there?
The artistics of Dario Argento or something like that.
I don't understand their efforts. But then we have they're inside some non-masculine type bar. And they're having a fight. It's the FTR boys versus Santana and Ortiz. FTR's got Tully with them. They're wearing some weirdo YMCA tank tops with some non-masculine handkerchiefs around their neck. And needed some real boys from the hood to straighten those non-masculine boys out. And there's a DJ at this non-masculine bar. And it's Conan.
Did you just employ straight men to have sex with gay men in order to make them straight?
I don't know anything about that, but this bar was not very masculine.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Just keep going. Sorry.
So then...
Do I get paid for this, Jay?
There's no money here. Then Conan comes out, and he starts playing some masculine music, but then they have a bottle fight, and then it cut to Wardlow and Hagar. Hagar chokeslams Wardlow through some shelves. Then it's back to MJF and Jericho. Jericho staples MJF's head. You ever get a staple to the head, Jay? You even have a watch on? There's no watch! Alright, and then MJF pile drives Jericho onto a conference table. Doesn't break, it's too thick. But then I guess the baseball bat Floyd is under the table. Jericho pulls it out and dings MJF. You could hear it, just the aluminum. Boom! Sounded like it hurt. And then he throws MJF through a glass door and there's lots of blood. And then Spears is chased by bikers. Now is MJF and Jericho and they're battling in the Daly's place. We're back in the crowd, full crowd tonight. It's amazing. Lots of energy. MJF tries to toss Jericho off the balcony though. But then Jericho gets pissed and powerbombs MJF through some tables out there. And then Spears is chased by Sammy in the golf cart. And then they're in the middle of the ring at Daly's place, Sammy and Spears. Sammy goes off for the top rope springboard, but then he gets nailed with a chair by Spears. It's a near fall. And then Spears does another massive chair shot. And I thought it was done there. Sammy's able to kick out. He can't feel anything, I guess. It's great. Then he hits the go to sleep inverted CM Punk move onto Spears. And then he's got the chair wedged into the corner, grabs Shawn Spears' arms, got the foot, stomps his head into the chair, and then Sammy climbs up to that top rope, and he hits that 630 senton, and then he goes for the pin. There's no one around. 1, 2. Is the Inner Circle got to stay together, Jay?
It's too bad the Pinnacle didn't have to break up, but yeah. The
3. Yeah. Justice prevails. Inner Circle forever, baby. We're staying together. Huge post-match sing-along, Judas. All the good guys won tonight. Everything that happened should happen. Britt Baker won. The Bucks are still a champ. Kenny's still a champ. Miro's still the champ. Inner Circle gets to stay together. This is great. You end the show, buddy.
Am I getting paid extra for this?
We're not monetized, Jay.
Where's my limo?
We're not monetized.
Where's my limo?
There's no limos.